Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Shay. So it's been a very long time since I've got on and done one of these videos, but as I was laying in bed last night, the Lord began to deal with me and speak to me about some things, and I decided to get on and share those because they were concerning the people of God. Okay, so I have these things written down. But I just wanted to say, happy Sunday to you all. I hope that you're all preparing for a great work week or school week or whatever it is that you have to do this week. I really hope that you're preparing your mind, your heart, and your soul, okay, for those things and just getting prepared, okay? So this is what the Lord had shared with me last night, okay? He reminded me to tell you all that He has not forgotten you. Okay, there are people right now who are hurting, going through things, battling spiritually, going through spiritual warfare, your marital issues, school issues, parental issues, all of these things. And the Lord is saying, I have not forgotten you. The Lord is saying that He hears your cries. He hears your prayers. Okay, He's a very present help in the time of need. Okay, so that was the first thing that the Lord had me to share. The second thing, this is literally while I was laying there, He began to tell me that now is not the time to play. Okay, there are a lot of false prophets and lying prophets and lying pastors and apostles and all of this stuff, and these people who have titles, and they're telling people things that are not true concerning the things of God and concerning the seasons that we are in. And God is saying, listen, you need to be like the 5 wise virgins right now. Now is not the time for your playing. Now is not the time to be halfway saved and half in the club. Now is not the time to be halfway saved and still being bitter and evil and nasty. God is saying, give me all of you. Now is the time. There's an urgency in the earth, and we have been speaking about this a lot on my channel about the urgency and really getting this thing right with your hearts and your minds. Okay, that's what it's about. And being all in, because again, this is an urgent time and it's time for us to get serious. Okay, you don't want to be caught out there like the 5 virgins that wasn't wise. Okay, you don't want to be caught out there like that. Okay, you want to be fully prepared, knowing that you're waiting on the Messiah, because again, we don't have as much time as we think we do. And that's the problem. We're like, oh, we've been hearing about this for thousands of years. Jesus ain't never gonna crack the sky at this point, and the devil is a lie. Because guess what? When we look around at everything that's going on in the earth, and we see everything that's happening, honey, these are the signs of the time. These are the signs of the times that Jesus was saying was going to come. With that being said, the Lord is saying not to focus on the crazy times. Again, to focus on getting your heart right with Him, okay? Making sure you have the Holy Spirit at this time. Making sure you're keeping your minds focused on spiritual things, okay? Keep your mind on heavenly places. And I know that it's kind of difficult with this social media era and all of this stuff and all of the pressure and the peer pressure, and we're focusing so much on our appearance, what we look like, and all of those things. And God is saying, put all of that foolishness away, because now is not the time. Okay, so yes, these are the signs of the times, but at the end of the day, the Lord wants you to focus on Him and only Him. Okay, give Him your problems, give Him your issues. Again, the Lord also gave me this to reassure His people that whatever is going on in the earth, it is already written. Okay, there are people, again, lying prophets, talking about who we should vote for in the election and all of this stuff. And it's like, none of that matters. I'm here to break it to you. Because why? It is already written who's going to be the president in November. It's already written. Why even cast your ballot or cast your what did they used to cast your lot? I think that's what they used to say. They used to cast a ballot or something in the Bible. I can't really think of what it was, but they used to say cast your lot or whatever it was called, and it was basically saying take a vote. Okay, so again, it's already written who the new president is gonna be. So why even worry yourself? The Lord is saying, don't focus on this earthly realm. Because it's already written what's going to happen. He needs you to prepare yourself for what is going to happen spiritually. Okay, so again, these lying prophets, they're telling you to focus on the election and all of this stuff, but I have to tell you that it's already written. The judgment that's coming up against this earth, oh, it's already written. It's here. California is always on fire. Let me tell you, hurricanes, tornadoes, climate change, global warming, all of this stuff. No, them people, let me tell y'all something. Them people who made up climate change and all of this stuff, them people know that there's a God and he's angry. And when you go against his word, what did we think was going to show up? Of course, judgment had to show up. Why? Because you can't go against the word of the Lord and not have judgment show up. So for all of the people who like to say, oh, God is such a God of love, he is a God of love, but he's also a God of judgment, and the judgment is here. So you don't want to be caught out there in sin. Okay, the Lord takes these things, he takes sin very seriously, and he's also a very forgiving God. But when you're literally changing laws that are put in place to keep the people in check, you're changing laws and going contrary to what his word says, you better be prepared and know that judgment is here and the Messiah is on his way. So that is your just a happy Sunday message. I really hope that this encouraged you to listen. Stop worrying. Pray about it. The Lord is such a very present help. Let me tell y'all something. I can't do too much of anything without him G-checking me, okay? So I know that he's a very present help, okay? Do not be misled by these people talking these prosperity messages. And they talking about these lying prophets talking about, oh, this is your marriage season and your marriage and your wedding is coming. This is not what that's about. Listen, the only marriage that we should be worried and concerned about is our marriage with who? The Father. Listen, these YouTube prophets, they always talking about, oh, it's your wedding season. Oh, this your season for marriage. And they're idolizing marriage. And marriage is nothing to be idolized. Your marriage, you already married and you don't even know it. Did you know that? Okay? You're married to who? The Father. And you didn't even know that. But you are. It's not about this physical realm. If you can't be faithful to God in your single season, who do you think you are to get married to an earthly man and think you're going to be faithful to him? Listen, it has to take place in the spiritual realm first. And this is what I try to get people to understand, that the spiritual realm is so much more real than this earthly realm. Okay? You have to make your relationship, your marriage with God, you have to strengthen that first and then worry about an earthly man or an earthly woman. Okay? Get it together here on earth, but in the spiritual realm. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for getting this channel to 3,000 plus subscribers. In my words, souls, okay? Because again, I have to seek the Lord daily for these souls. I'm constantly in prayer, constantly talking to the Lord about these souls that he keeps sending to this channel. So I just want you guys to know that I don't take this lightly. I really don't. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, you can always email me at speakhervoice2too@gmail.com. I may not answer right away because again, the volume of emails are coming in and it takes me a while to get to them, but I always get back to you. So I love you guys so much. I think I said everything. Yep. God has not forgotten you. Be like the 5 wise virgins. Don't focus on these crazy times. Don't listen to these lying prophets. Everything is written. The election, you know, all of that stuff. Judgment is written. Surrender to Jesus. Yep. I'm done. So that is my happy Sunday talk. I love you all. God bless. Talk to you soon.